Hey guys, Pedro here to do this concert review. Cradle of Filth, Jinjer, Uncured, not in that order, was Uncured, Jinjer, Cradle of Filth. So there's so much to say, so much has gone on. I'm just gonna get started because I really don't want this to become like a 30-minute video. So let me start from the beginning. I bought tickets for this show. This show is at the Opera House, was 19 and over. Antonio couldn't go because obviously he's only 13. So I bought tickets for this show at the moment the show was announced because I really wanted to see Jinjer. I'm not a huge fan of Cradle of Filth. I like the band, just not a big fan. Not big enough to spend $50 on a ticket to go to the show. But because Jinjer was opening for them, there's no way I would miss their first ever tour in North America that has Canadian stops. I mean, their first tour in North America, period. But this one with 2 Canadian stops in Montreal and Toronto. There's no way I was going to miss that. So I was happy to pay top dollar to see Jinjer. So having said that, after last week doing the interview with Asim from Winter Sun, he put me in touch with Eugene from Jinjer about setting up some time for me to do an interview. And Eugene, super cool. Everybody in Jinjer, super cool. Eugene put me on the guest list. So I didn't even needed a ticket at that point, but I already had purchased the ticket and I wasn't able to sell the ticket. So it is what it is. I'm more than happy to spend money in supporting bands that I like. So that was fine. But he was very gracious. He put me on the guest list. Asked me if Antonio was coming. He would have put him on the guest list, but 19 and over, he couldn't go. So I got to the venue really early because I was going to do part of the conversation that I had with Eugene leading up to the show was that I was going to do an interview with him. I thought it was going to be just with him. My surprise, when I got there, I was whisked away during the Cradle of Filth VIP meet and greet that was going on. I was whisked away backstage to do the interview, and to my surprise, the interview was with Eugene and Tatiana. It blew me away. I honestly, I'm so nervous. I don't even remember the questions I asked. I don't even know if I pronounced their names correctly. I mean, I don't think I showed how nervous I was, but I was really nervous because this is a band for 2 reasons. This is a band that I really love. I really am a huge fan of Jinjer. Second reason is because we had that Pisces reaction video that was an absolute disaster. As far as I'm concerned, I'm still embarrassed about it. And I didn't know how the dynamic was going to be talking to them because obviously they've seen the video. And I mean, I just didn't know, what was going to happen. I must say, both of them, the whole band, extremely gracious, super friendly. I just have so much more respect for them to take me in even after that video. So nothing but respect for these guys. And I hope they understand that it was just my natural reaction after a few drinks when I did that reaction video with my son. So anyways, so I did the interview. The interview is about 15 minutes or so. It's not super long, but I didn't want to go too long. I didn't want to take too much of their time, and I really wanted to make sure I just hit at some points. I really wanted to talk to them about their tour. So the interview went on for 50 minutes while Cradle of Filth was doing their VIP stuff, and it was amazing because I've never been backstage, so it really gave me a chance to see how things happen backstage. I had a few surprises for Eugene and Tatiana, but you guys have to see the interview, which I'm going to post later on today. So then the interview was over. I went to the venue. I just walked backstage into the venue. I had the choice to stay or go drop the stuff at my car, so I just went and I dropped my gear at my car and I came back to the venue. Came back and the first band was Uncured. I've seen Uncured twice now. I saw them open for Children of Bodom, and now in this show, opening for Jinjer and Cradle of Filth. And this is my take on this. I enjoyed Uncured more this time around than I did the first time seeing them. Maybe because I was more familiar with their music now. I've seen them live once. I'm more familiar with their set. I'm more familiar with their music. So I really enjoyed them this second time around. And there's something I have to say. A couple of things I have to say about Uncured. Their set was really small, as it was when I saw them with Children of Bodom, because they were also the first band on. But there's a couple of things I have to say. First of all, there was a woman in front of me. I was really close to the railing, and there was a woman in front of me, saying mean and rude things towards the guys in Uncured almost throughout their set, to the point where at one point they replied back to her. It was really obnoxious. I really wonder if that woman was raised by who raised her is what I'm wondering, because how would she feel if she's at her place of work, and I'm assuming she has a job, because at this point I don't even know if she has a job, but let's assume she has a job. I wonder how would she feel if I went to her job and start yelling at her and cursing at her and telling her how much she sucks and all of these nasty things. I wonder how she would feel to be sitting at her desk at work doing whatever it is that she's doing and having me yelling at her the same kind of bullshit she was yelling at these guys while they're playing their set. Completely ridiculous, that kind of behavior. If you don't like the band, pipe it. Just quiet down, move to the back, go have a drink, whatever. I'm not saying you have to like every single band, but there's no reason for you to do that kind of bullshit at a show. Just put yourself in their shoes. They're doing their job, their craft. You may not like it, and that's fine. Some people don't like the job that I do at my work. That's fine. But I don't want somebody yelling over me and calling me names while I'm at work. So these guys don't want that, and I'm sure she doesn't want that when she's at work, if she has a job. So that was completely, absolutely uncalled for, ridiculous. That's all. I really have to say that because it really pissed me off. So I really enjoy their set. Like I said, second time around, seen them twice. So I really actually enjoy their set. Really enjoy their music. I got to meet one of the guys, one of the guitar players after. We got to chat a little bit. I told him, that I saw them with Children of Bodom, so we got to talk. At the end of our conversation, before he walked away to go to the merch stand, he gave me his guitar pick. There. Really cool. Really cool guy by doing something like that. It blew me away. I didn't ask for a guitar pick. He just offered me his guitar pick. So that was really cool. So after Uncured, Jinjer comes on. All right. So this to me was my main event. This is the reason I went there, was to see Jinjer, and did not disappoint. My God, Tatiana live, the whole band live. What the energy that these guys have on stage. I know they take a couple of shots of vodka before they go on. I'm starting to think that they mix that vodka and then they take some Red Bulls, because the kind of energy, it's so contagious. The crowd really fed off of them. I think there were a lot of people in the audience there to see Jinjer. Not a lot, but there were plenty there to see Jinjer. But I think they really won the crowd over by the time the set was over. They, halfway through the set, they had the crowd in their hands. And I really think a lot of people walked out of there fans of Jinjer. Incredible performance, an incredible set. By the way, I asked Roman, the guitar player from Jinjer, after their set was over, I asked him for the set list, which he gave it to me, and then I got it autographed by the band at the end of the show. Well, things just got dark there. So I got it autographed by the band at the end of the show. I also got a picture with them. I've posted that on my Instagram, on our Instagram page. So you guys can go there and check it out. I got a picture with the band, and I got the set list signed by the band at the end of the show. But he was so cool. I yelled his name and asked him for the set list, and he handed it over to me. So I was really happy that I got the set list, and even happier that they signed the set list. I got to talk a little bit more with them. And I promise Eugene, next time they're in Toronto, and it'll be soon. Next time they're back in Toronto, it's going to be a barbecue at my house. I'm going to be doing a lot of barbecues for all these different bands, but I'm more than happy to do that because they're so cool. They're the kind of people you really want to hang out with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really want to spend some time with these guys because they're super cool. And their set, like I said, I don't know if you guys got a chance to see, but this set is absolutely incredible. Do you guys see that? Who's going to be the one? Words of Wisdom, Sit, Stay, and Roll Over. I Speak Astronomy, Just Another, Pisces. This is like greatest hits. Jinjer's greatest hits right there. Absolutely incredible. The energy, the drumming, the guitar playing, the bass, like Tatiana all over the place. Then somebody threw a hat on stage. She puts the hat on backwards and she just starts jamming. Absolutely incredible. I was blown away by their performance, by the quality of the sound, by how good they were on stage, and I was so close. And to me, it was really like a night to remember because I was so close to them, and to finally be able to see Jinjer live, something that I've really wanted, I would say, for since we started this channel, we pretty much started with Pisces, that reaction video, and then we did just another, and we kept doing reaction videos from Jinjer. So, almost from the time we started this channel, I've been really, really looking forward to seeing Jinjer live, and didn't disappoint. One thing I want to share with you guys, if you guys are going to the show, stick around all the way to the end of the show. The guys from Jinjer, everybody, Tatiana, everybody, Eugene, Roman, Tatiana, Vlad, all of them come out around the merch stand, and they'll take pictures with you if you guys want a picture with the band. So if you guys are going to their show and one of the future tour stops, I think the next one is in Detroit, but if you're going to any of their tours, don't leave after Cradle of Filth is finished. Stick around. They come out, and you're able to get a picture with the band. And I'm going to tell you guys this. Buy some merch. I bought 2 shirts and a patch, and 2 patches. 2 shirts and 2 patches. So buy some merch. They have vinyl. They have some CDs. They have vinyls. They have a hoodie. They have a couple of T-shirts, and they have patches. Buy some stuff. Buy the vinyl. Buy the CDs, and then take it with you when you go to get the picture. They'll sign it for you. Huh? See? You're supporting the band, and then you're getting a nice little take away home gift. So buy a CD, buy a vinyl, go take a picture with the band, ask them to sign it, they'll do it for you, no problem. They have their own Sharpies. You don't even have to bring your Sharpie, and you have something to take home. All right? Now, Cradle of Filth, last band, headliners. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Cradle of Filth, but I do appreciate their music. Their set was 13 songs, which it wasn't really, really long. Sometimes headliners have like 17, 18, 19 songs. So there were 13 songs, and I don't want to call it an encore, but the set is kind of divided into 2. There's 8 songs that they play, then they go away for a little bit while there's an instrumental track playing in the background, almost for like ambiance. And then I guess what you would call an encore, then they come back out and they play 5 more songs. So the set is kind of broken down like that. The first part of the set, it's a mixture of more newer stuff from the new album, but also more recent stuff. And then in the second part is more of their older stuff. Like they did Her Ghost in the Fog, and From the Cradle to Enslave. Yeah, From the Cradle to Enslave was the last song of the set. So they play some more of their older stuff towards the second half of the set. Coming from somebody who's not a huge fan, I appreciated their set. I appreciated their performance. And man, their live stage performance is really impressive. They really control the crowd as well. They really have the crowd with them. And obviously they're the headliners. 99% of the people are there to see them. But sometimes the band doesn't really engage with the audience. These guys, there's almost not one single member of the band that somehow doesn't engage with the audience. I thought Danny was really good in terms of really connecting the songs with short conversations with the audience, talking to the audience, and apparently has this huge fascination for Eugene Bouchard. She's a tennis player. For those of you that don't know, she's from Montreal, Canada. She's a tennis player. She's a really good-looking girl, and he dedicated a couple of songs to her. I thought it was quite funny. So because he mentioned how much he liked Canada because of our thrash metal bands, and he mentioned a couple like Voivod and Annihilator. And then he said there's 2 reasons why I really like Canada, why I really like being here. One is the thrash metal bands, and he named a bunch. And the second thing is Eugenie Bouchard. And I was like, what? Eugenie Bouchard, really? So that kind of blew me away, but it got some laughs from the audience, and it really engaged the audience. And I like that kind of stuff. I like a frontman that really engages with the audience. It's not just there just to sing his songs and that's it, and he goes home. I really want somebody that really engages with the audience. And then later on, he does another song, and he's like, I want to dedicate the song to Eugenie Bouchard. And I was like, wow, like this guy has a fascination with Eugenie Bouchard. So, I can understand it. Like, she's a good-looking girl. But, so I thought that was really funny. I thought they added a lot of that kind of dynamics. I thought the theatrical on stage was really well done from everybody. Like, the guitar players, the bassist. Everybody on stage really owns their spot and really owns their presence on stage. So even coming from somebody who's not a huge fan, I enjoyed the show. if you know what I'm saying. I enjoy the whole show. I enjoy the music, but I enjoy the music as the soundtrack to the visual show that they give you when they're performing on stage. So I think Cradle of Filth is one of those bands that you really have to see them live to really fully understand everything that they have to offer to you as the listener. I think sometimes just listening to the CD, I mean, you get the music side of things, but their music is very theatrical. So you really get that from their live performance that you don't get that on the CD. And I got that today. So to me, this is one of those bands that I can mark it on my checklist that I've seen these guys live. And they didn't disappoint. They did a great set, flawless. I mean, the sound in this venue is really good too. So it really fits a band like this. It's actually my first time at that venue where they had extra security and they had a railing. I've been there for many concerts, Avatar, Annihilator. I've seen so many bands, Sacred Reich. Most of the times I've been there, my memory could be wrong, but I think this is the first time I've been in this venue where there was extra security around the stage with a railing. Normally when I've been there before, there was no security, no railing. People were actually able to climb on stage and then stage dive. I don't know if this is something that they're going to be doing going forward, or if they just did this because of Cradle of Filth and they kind of didn't want people to go on stage and start hugging the band members and stuff like that. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. But it's my first time seeing this kind of thing there. But anyways, Cradle of Filth, great headlining band. And they're going to continue touring. They're done with Canada. They did Montreal. They did Toronto today. Now the next show is in Detroit. So my advice to you guys is, if you're going to see Jinjer, if you're thinking of going because you really want to see Jinjer, I advise you to go. The set for Jinjer is quite large. It's not like they're doing 4 or 5 songs and leaving. It's worth going even if you're going to see Jinjer. If you're thinking of going because you're a Cradle of Filth fan, and this is one of those tours that I highly recommend going because you're really going to get something different from every band. Uncured is very different from Jinjer. Jinjer is very different from Cradle of Filth. There's a really cool vibe in terms of you're getting 3 different bands giving you 3 different styles of sound on this tour. I really recommend going to see this show. I don't think if this show is in your area, I don't think you want to miss it. I think really you guys should go. One last note: merch, $30 for a t-shirt, $60 for a hoodie. My God, unreal. One of the cheapest merches I've seen in a long time. Seems like every concert that we go to now, the standard is $50 for a shirt. I was blown away that was only 30. Blown away. The only one that we've been lately that was less than that was Havoc. We paid 25 per shirt. So shout out for the merch guys by making it $30, a little bit more affordable to our pockets, especially when the ticket is 50. So really appreciate that because sometimes you pay more for the shirt than you do for the concert ticket. Anyways, this is it for me. I gotta go to bed because I gotta go to work. Well, by the time you guys seeing this, I'm already at work. But right now, I gotta go to bed because I gotta go to work. All right, guys. So stay tuned. That was the Throwback Thursday video. There is this video, but there's another video coming later on today, which is the Jinjer interview, and you guys don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it because I don't even remember half the questions I asked. So hopefully, I didn't make a fool out of myself. All right, guys. Stay tuned. Keep refreshing. There will be another video. Take care, guys.